God it's Friday. Welcome to our kitchen again. I'm the penguin.
I'm the chef.
And today the chef is going to be doing some cooking for you.
Yeah, making something we've made in the past. We like it. It's something easy. Leftovers are good out of it. You can make it ahead and freeze it or leave it in the refrigerator and take it out and warm it up. Works out whatever way. Really good. I call it a Mexican omelet casserole. I know there's several versions out there of this. This is my version. One thing I did want to say about it is it doesn't have to be a Mexican omelet casserole. You can take the basics I'm doing on this and turn it into a Denver omelet casserole or a spinach and mushroom casserole or a chili casserole. If you like chili omelets, things like that. So it's not this is just a basic, okay? One thing I used to do when we had kids was I didn't make it in a casserole dish. I'd get the old muffin tin out and make muffin ones. That way the kids could have them on the run in the morning and stuff like that. And the kids weren't too hot over Mexican ones themselves. We like the Mexican one the best. But they like the Denver omelet, like a ham and cheese hash brown casserole and stuff like that, or make them in little muffins. So that's why I left the muffin pan out, just to show you. But it's really simple to make. Basic ingredients. I got our keto bread, even though this is not a keto recipe, so you can use regular bread. You could make this keto if you left these out right here, the Hungry Jack dehydrated hash browns. I got some Sazon Goya, which, like I said, it's all optional on this stuff. This is just the way we like it. I got some chili powder, I got some garlic powder, I got onion powder, I got some ground cumin, salt, some butter flavored spray, some thick and chunky salsa, some pepper. I'm going to use half of this roll of Tennessee Pride mild sausage. There again, you can use any kind of sausage or meat combo you want. I got about a quarter of a cup of already cooked chorizo. Between these two, between the yellow peppers and the red peppers and the green bell pepper, I got about a quarter of a cup of bell peppers. A little bit over a quarter of a cup of cubed up pepper jack cheese. And I'm going to use about half of that inside and then part of it on top when it's closer to being done, of just regular cheddar cheese. Excuse me. A quarter of a cup of diced up onion, and I got 5 large eggs. It's really, like I said, you can have this thing prepped in about 10 or 15 minutes and pop it in the oven, and 45-50 minutes later, you got dinner, you got breakfast, you got lunch, you got leftovers. So let's get started, and we'll bring you right back. Okay guys, I got a cup full of hot water. I'm probably not going to use all of it, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to season up my dehydrated potatoes a little bit and get them soaking, because I got to soak for 12 minutes with hot water. So I'm going to open up my Sazon. Just going to put a little bit of it in there, maybe a quarter of the package.
Sazon makes everything better.
Yeah, we really like Sazon. And then I'm going to put a little bit of chili powder. We're probably talking like 1/8 of a teaspoon of everything in the potatoes. Some of these potatoes, with garlic powder, are going to go in the mixture, so they're going to be cooked in with it. And then I'm going to fry a little bit in some sausage grease that's left over. There's onion powder. And I'm going to put those on the top so they kind of brown a little bit, so you kind of get a crunchy top. And that's cumin there, and we'll put just a little bit of cumin in it. Just enough to give the potato some flavor. But then it says you fill this up to the fill line. There's a fill line right there according to the package directions.
Chef's made these quite a few times, and they actually make pretty good hash browns.
And there we go. Took a whole cup on this one. Shake them around a little bit. That way all that seasoning gets distributed. And then I'm going to close this up, and I got a clip over here to hold that top closed. It says on the directions the water's supposed to be at least 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So
our tap water gets very hot.
Yeah, so that's our first thing. We're just going to set that over. 12 minutes from now, it'll be ready. Next step I'm going to take this roll of sausage and cut it in half. And we'll fry half a pound. Now, if you're making a big casserole pan, like a cake dish full, of course you're going to want to increase the amount of product you use. If I was making a whole pan full, I'd use the whole roll, and I would probably use 2 chorizo patties. Those were like 1 ounce chorizo patties or 2 ounce Walmart. You can't even buy them anymore. They discontinued them, but they're really good chorizo.
Basically, just double everything.
Yeah, basically just double everything that we have here, and you can make a whole big pan full. Let me get this sausage on, and we'll be right back. Okay, potatoes are sitting there hydrating. I got my sausage on, cooking over on the skillet with a lid on it. Like I said, I'm going to use the sausage, but reserve the grease so I can fry some of those hash browns. Next step is to tear your bread up. And there's no rhyme or reason. Just some people like cubing it with a knife, and I just tear mine up just any old willy-nilly way.
You can use any kind of bread you want.
Yeah, any kind of bread you want. We have before. Wheat, white, honey wheat. We used potato bread once. It turned out pretty good. This is just what bread we have. Like I said, if you wanted to make this low carb, everything that I got here, except for of course the hash browns, you could use, and you can make it low carb with this. No hash browns on it. But you're just going to tear these 4 pieces of bread up in little pieces.
And it's really good with brioche bread.
Oh yeah, brioche works out really good. Yeah. One time I think I used brown and serve rolls because we didn't have any bread in, so we had brown and serve rolls I tore up. You're just looking for something that's going to absorb the egg and the flavor. That's the whole thing.
Just a little binder like a girdle.
Yeah. Yeah, big breakfast meatloaf. This is really good though. We usually serve it, and we'll show you. We usually take and put a little bit of salsa and sour cream on top of it. It's the way we like it.
You want some dead fish jelly beans in it?
No. That would make me puke. I was sick all night from swallowing.
The chef was very sick.
I ate crackers.
He took Pepto-Bismol. He took a stomach pill. He ate like a sleeve of saltine crackers.
There you go. There's 4 pieces of bread for up. At this point, I just go ahead and put the rest of my fixings in. So I'm going to use the rest of my pack of Sazon. And we're going to get it in there. And I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon or so of cumin. The same goes on the onion powder. Like I said, I've did this so many times, I'm not going to measure anything out because it doesn't have to be perfect. Lord, if this world had to be perfect, I couldn't live in it. So, chili powder. And then we have a little bit of our pink Himalayan salt. Can't use too much of that because of my heart. Just a little bit.
The sausage has got plenty of salt anyway.
Yeah, and the cheese probably does too. So, and then finally some nice black pepper. Pepper I like. And I can have all that I want. So there's plenty of pepper. Now, all we do is we take the rest of the fixings and put them in there with the bread. There's the cheese.
Pepper jack.
Pepper jack cheese, yeah. A little spicy, but not too spicy.
We're going to be doing a tag video tomorrow too, guys.
There's my red and yellow and orange bell peppers. Get them in there. I love peppers, but they don't love me so much. That's why I got to be careful about how many I'm eating. There's a little bit of green. There's your... they have more flavor. And that's that one chorizo patty, like I said, but you can use any kind of chorizo you want, or no chorizo at all. Like I said, if you just want plain sausage, or you have some better sausage, or you really like chorizo, want all chorizo. Like I said, for this small of a dish, I'm using a half a pound and a couple ounces. So there's all the chorizo in there. And finally, I got a 1/4 cup of yellow onion that I diced up.
Gotta have onion.
Yeah. And then we're gonna take, I got just a little bit of this Fiesta blend left. There ain't much in there, but a little bit, so I thought I'd add it for the party.
Everything jump in the pool.
Yeah, like I said, cheese-wise, you can use anything you want on that too. There's nothing set in stone on the cheeses. And we're gonna take about half of this or so, shredded cheddar, put it down in there. And then I'm going to save the rest of this, and it's going to go on the top later on.
So he probably put in about a 1/4 cup of the shredded cheddar.
I need to go check on my sausage, and then I'll get these eggs broken, get in there. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Penguin from behind the camera. I'm just going to crack some eggs for Chef to give him a hand while he's tending to his sausage.
Well, our stuff's baking too. I'll show you. I was kind of late getting my garden plant put in their little things and growing.
Thank goodness too.
Yeah, because of the snow yesterday that we got down there from our neighbors in Canada.
And day before yesterday.
It's cold outside again today. But I not only did I use that little thing I made, I bought some extra seeds. And I made me a whole bunch of little terrarium type things. And in 2 days time, I already have beefsteak tomatoes. Little seedlings growing.
Yes, he does.
My little terrarium I made. So we're definitely going to get beefsteak tomatoes this year out of our buckets.
Your eggs are all cracked, Chef.
Thank you.
I'm a sous chef.
But pretty basic at that point. Once you got the eggs in there, you're going to want to add a little bit of milk. About 1/8 of a cup is what I added to that one. And then we're going to whisk up our eggs.
Why, let me hold the bowl, sir.
I usually do this in the sink. That way I know, because I'm messy. So
That's all right. We don't mind. We don't mind. I don't know about you guys, but I'm willing to clean up a little mess if the food's super, super good.
So there's our eggs all whisked up. So next step is just pour the egg mixture on top of everything else.
Some people let this sit and soak overnight in the refrigerator, but it's not necessary. You're still going to get the same results.
Make sure I get all my egg out of there because you want every little bit of that egg.
Unless you're using a super duper thick bread, then yeah, you might want it, but
yeah, this bread is
not necessary.
This is just like the bread we use to make the dressing. Different brand, but same type of dressing, same thing.
Yeah. So today is technically almost Friday, y'all.
Thursday was Earth Day.
Yeah. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah. But you can see there's our mixture all whisked up. Now we're going to add a little bit of salsa to it. You can use Rotella if you like, but you don't have to. We just usually put a few spoonfuls of some good old salsa down on top of it, and then I'm going to get my spoon and whisk that up for you.
So anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Anything fun? We just kind of keep crossing my fingers hoping that we'll get a call that the laptop battery's in, but that's not going to happen. It's probably going to be next weekend before that's done, but that's okay. Yeah, patience is a virtue.
I got my trusty wooden spoon here, and we're just going to mix all this up.
Mixture, 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 mixture.
Now you want to work it good, that way it all gets blended together. And then when the sausage gets done, I'm going to bring it over and get it stirred in there too. And then we'll take our casserole dish we got here and we'll spray it down with some Pam. I'm going to use the butter flavor on ours. And I'll get that mixture put in there and we'll get it put in the oven and get it to bacon after I get that. No, the potatoes. I got to get the potatoes in it too.
You can't forget the taters.
No. Let's see. They got about, what, 5 more minutes to soak?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can't forget the taters.
See how it's starting to bind together now?
And this is really good, guys. You can fix it the night before and refrigerate it and warm it up for breakfast.
Yeah, like I said, but you don't have, it doesn't necessarily, if you don't like Mexican casserole or Mexican omelets, you can make Denver omelets, mushroom and onion and Swiss, ham and cheese. There's a variety of ideas. There's no one certain thing.
Sardine and mustard.
Oh. Quit talking about dead fish. She's on a dead fish kick. I'm going to make her eat another one of them dang things. I'm going to slip her a bean boozled when she ain't looking.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll never know it till you bite down into it.
I don't think so, Tim. Isn't that what Al says on Home Improvement?
The Binford Slaymaster 12,000. All right, we'll be right back when the sausage is ready.
Here we are.
Okay, so I got my sausage. It's like, I don't know, 90, 85, 90% done. It'll finish cooking in the mixture. There's not a lot of moisture or oil in this though, so I'm gonna have to add some oil to the pan. That's no doubt about that to cook some of the hash browns. Get all the good stuff out of there.
Tennessee Pride and Bob Evans are my favorite sausages. Yeah. Our favorite sausages.
Yeah, I've used sage sausage that she likes the best in
yeah.
making omelets like this. But of course, a Mexican one with sage wouldn't be a great thing. So.
When I make biscuits and gravy, I always use sage sausage.
Yeah.
You can add sage, but I think it tastes better when you just buy the sausage that's already seasoned, because sage by itself can be very bitter.
Yeah, and their sage they use evidently ain't like the sage you buy in a container. Theirs is fresh, or they mix it different or something. Cause it always
they're the professionals.
Yeah, it had a different flavor. So there is our sausage mixed in, if you can see what that looks like now.
Mm-hmm. Smells good.
How many minutes I got left to go on this?
It should be about almost ready. Have to peek at it. It's supposed to go for 12 minutes. It should be, it's been about almost 12 minutes. You may need to go a few more minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to let it go a couple more minutes. It's kind of dry on the top, so I'm going to add just a tad more water. It stuffed up a little bit more moisture than what I thought it would.
Well, I wanted to let you guys know that we have a special video coming up.
Yeah, great.
I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be. It's probably going to be within the next week, right? When you assume?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Probably within the next week. It's a video that we think is going to be special. It's something that
special to us.
Yeah, it's something that's special to us. So we decided that while we're going to do this special video mukbang, that we're also going to do a little bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, and a little cooking too. We're going to show you a little bit of
cooking. We're going to do a little bit of cooking, and we're going to do a little giveaway. Just a small giveaway, but something that means something to us. So
I added just a little more water. Like I said, I had it to the full line, but with the seasonings in there, I think they were just a little drier than what I wanted. So I added maybe a quarter of a cup more of hot water to it. We're just going to let it set for a few more minutes while we're messing around here, and then we'll put this together.
But anyway, it's just going to be a little giveaway. Some of you may not even be interested in it, but I think majority of you would be. So stay tuned for that. If you like any of our videos that we've ever done, please like, subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when we upload more videos.
Yeah, we got more challenges coming up too.
Feel free to go check out our other videos. We've got a lot of playlists out there.
I thought that nasty food stuff she made me eat was bad, but man, that dead fish and that rotten egg.
That was very nasty. I have to say that flavor kind of lingered, and then when you belched, oh Lord.
Yeah, I got a question too while you're here. Like I said, I've made this a million times. This is the first time I've ever used keto bread. And now that it's setting a little bit, it seems to be just a little loose for my liking. You think you add another egg to that if you...
I would probably add another egg.
Okay.
Or two.
Yeah. Like I said, we made dressing with that bread before, and it worked out really well. She made the dressing.
But you're using a lot of chicken broth in dressing.
Yeah, where this bread must soak up a lot of moisture compared to the regular bread. It's a little bit more dense, I would say, or something.
Yeah. It's drier and more dense, so it soaks up a little bit more. So this is, with using this bread, it's kind of trial and error for us, but... If you guys are using regular bread, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, 4 pieces and it was 5 eggs would work.
Yeah, when you mix it, you just determine whether you feel like it has enough liquid in it or not.
Now this here seems just a little bit too loose to me to where when it's going to bake, it's not going to bake together as a dish. It's going to fall apart, so.
Oh, I'm sure. You've never really had anything that's failed.
Yeah. Just because she doesn't think it's failed doesn't mean I don't think it's failed. So I have 7 eggs total in this now. So it's 4 slices of bread and 7 eggs. And a half a pound of sausage and the other fixings on the video.
I would like to think that I'm a decent cook. But Chef's taste and my taste sometimes is similar but different. Chef goes that extra mile. There's certain things where I go that extra mile because you just have to. But that's why Chef does a lot of the cooking a lot of the time.
Yeah,
he even does the dishes a lot of the time. I mean, come on, ladies.
That look better?
Yeah.
Looks like a little more bindy now. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Looks very good. So, and also during that time we have that video, I'm probably going to be consulting with some of our viewers that we have, but we'll get into that when the time comes.
These are softened up pretty good now. You can see them down in there. They got a little color from the seasoning. There's no real water left too much in them. So
if you've never had any of these hash browns, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, they're only like $1, a little over $1 at Walmart.
And they make a lot actually.
Yeah, they make enough for 2 people to have a good helping of potatoes.
And then some left over usually.
Yeah, usually. But that's about half of the potatoes there, I'd say. Yeah, pretty close to half. We'll take another spoonful out. We're going to add those down. Now the rest of these I got down in here, we're going to let them set for a few more minutes and make sure there's no moisture down in there. And I'm going to put some oil in that sausage pan. Usually I use a sausage grease, but not much this time. And we're going to brown them up a little bit.
You want me to spray your pan?
Yeah, you can spray the pan.
Yay, I get to spray the pan!
This mixture is going down into our casserole dish. So there's potatoes, cheese, sausage, egg, peppers, onions, the whole 9 yards. These hash browns, and we're going to cook part of the way on the skillet, and we're going to transfer them from the skillet and lay them on the top of our casserole for like a nice crunchy top. And then about 5 to 10 minutes before the casserole is done, I'm going to take it out of the oven and I'm going to put on the rest of that cheddar cheese. So now it's cheesy potato on top of the casserole.
All done, Chef.
Gives it a nice crunch. Thank you. And we'll get our mixture down in there now.
And we're both gonna be making something tomorrow. Chef's gonna be making another food item, and I'm gonna be making a dessert. We planned on making it tonight, but
yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it done tonight.
What happens when you sleep all day?
It's crazy. I should have stayed up because I got up at like 10:30.
Not me.
And I still went back and laid down. It was craziness. You want me to spread it out?
Yeah, there you go.
Make me feel like I'm helpful. Isn't that what sous chefs do?
Yeah.
Got a piece of cheese trying to hold onto that spoon. Oh, guys, this is so good. I'm telling you what, your family would really reel over this one.
Can I have the spray, please?
You know, we try not to let you down, and we've had a lot of people that have tried our recipes and really, really, really like them. So this is another one that we hope that you guys would. This is a good one to make it like Christmas morning or Taco Tuesday morning.
Company over morning.
Yeah, if you've got company that's staying over, you could make this the night before. And just really, really good.
If I wasn't talking and doing the video,
it would go very quick.
Together and had it popped in the oven. So.
It looks like it's very involved, but it's not.
It's not. It's really simple.
Here's your spoon.
Thank you.
Chef. You guys ever see the Swedish chef?
Over to the side where you can't see, and we'll bring you over in a minute. I have the skillet heating up that I sprayed down very well, and we're going to put the rest of those hash browns in there, fry them part of the way, and then I'm going to bring them back and put them on. So we'll be right back. There's the potatoes I got on cooking. I sprayed it really good with some of that butter flavored pan we had out and a little bit of sausage juice was left. But she was telling you, remember I poured about half of them in that casserole already. That's the other half. You see, it's a whole skillet full, about a quarter-inch thick or a little less.
And this is a good 10-inch skillet.
It says on the container it serves 7. It doesn't serve 7. But you can make 4 normal size helpings, like if you have a family of 4, or like 2 of us, and I'm a potato lover when I can eat potatoes. It usually makes 2 really big helpings, 3 decent helpings.
And this pan is full, so.
Yeah, it's full pan. And they're usually not orange like this, of course, if you just add water, but it's from the Mexican
Sazon and stuff.
Yeah, the seasoning I added, so they have a little Mexican flavor. Now, I tried just to lay these on top before, making these over the years, and they will brown somewhat, especially if you flick your oven over to broil instead of bake. But they never really seem to get good and crunchy like I want. But if you do them this way and you fry them for a while, about half the time they need to fry, then transfer them to your casserole and put it in the oven, they work out just about perfect. They're not soggy underneath. They're nice and light, crunchy brown. That's why you can do them and add the cheese to them. So.
Yeah, so good.
But you let them cook for 3 or 4 minutes, and then you just start flipping them. That way you're letting that moisture come back out of them again. Let them start to brown a little bit.
Right now he's got the burner on medium. So the key is you want to make sure you flatten them out. Take your spatula and just pat them down and flatten them out to the bottom of your pan.
Yeah, like I'm doing right here.
Let them cook and try not to touch them for a few minutes before you go and try to flip them. That way they have a chance to get that good crusty brown on them.
Yeah. And that's all we got right at the moment, so we'll be back.
Okay guys, while we're waiting on the hash browns to get done, I bought this on Wayfair. It was actually a little bit before Christmas because they were having a big Black Friday sale. And I haven't used this before. I've not even taken it out of the box yet. But I got it primarily to make Pootie do some clothes and, you know, just to do some mending and things like that. And maybe to do some crafting squares for a quilt in the future. So if any of you are interested in seeing this unboxed and see how it works, please let me know. I think I only paid like $40 for this. But I mean, it seems like it'll be a good sewing machine for what I need. It's got a built-in bobbin, easy to replace, 2-speed control, thread cutter, built-in light, foot pedal. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing the review on this, let me know and we'll get that set up for sometime in the next week or
I
so.
think, honestly, if I remember right, you only give like $29.95 for that.
It may have been $29. I don't know.
Really
It was pretty cheap. So, but it had great reviews.
Yeah.
So.
And she has an old sewing box, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, it's a big bulky sewing box.
I caught this at Myers yesterday, just to go along with her sewing machine for her. It was marked down.
Let me slide this over.
It was marked down 75%. So it was only $3.
Cute box.
It's got a magnetic
opening.
Yeah, magnetic lid.
Here, let me see it so they can.
There you go.
It was just super cute. It's something that would make a great little sewing box. So, like you said, the magnetic opening, and you open it up, and it just looks like that. I mean, just I can put my threads in there, my needles in there, my extra bobbins and stuff, and just closes up.
Yeah, something nice and small to go along with the sewing machine. So.
And I absolutely love the design on it. I just thought I don't know if it's picking up the gold or not, but it's just super, super cute.
It really
$3, y'all.
Yeah, it was $12 usually. We noticed something too. You want to tell them about the shirts I found there?
Oh, if you guys remember those Real Tree fishing shirts that me and the chef had bought, we wore them on camera one day, the real pretty blue ones.
Yeah, long sleeves.
We paid it was $14.99, $14.98, something like that at Walmart for them. They had the same exact ones at Meijer, but Meijer's wanted $29.99 per shirt.
Double the price.
That's a big difference in price.
You better believe it. I wouldn't give $30 for them.
That's why we don't buy many material things at Meijer's. They have a lot of good sales on their food, but when it comes to the material things,
unless you catch them on sale.
Yeah, unless you catch them on sale like this, which they usually have all of their clearance stuff over by the lawn and garden on all the end caps.
At our store.
Yeah, that's where they are at our store. But that's usually where they keep their clearance, and every once in a while you can find some good deals over there. But they had some vases with some artificial flowers in it.
Yeah, really nice ones too.
They were really pretty, but they wanted like $12, and that was 50% off. And I'm looking at a lot of you ladies that do crafting on here. You know, it's just, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, the jar can come from Dollar Tree for $1. The flowers can come from Dollar Tree for $1. And it's like you can make the same thing for like $3 or $4 and have it be just as beautiful, if not better.
Like I said, you just gotta watch. Then you can find other things that are at the store that are just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Food-wise especially. And I'll show them what we got here. She was thirsty for some milk the other day.
Yeah, I was craving milk.
She said, here, buy me this little thing of milk for $1.25, a Nesquik. She still hasn't drank it yet, but you see, I got her a strawberry Nesquik. At our store, it was $1.25. Not terrible. I know it's more than that at the gas stations. Well, we went past the
the refrigerator case,
Yeah, refrigerator case. If you see the price on that, guys, it's 14 cents. It was dated for yesterday. We bought 2 of them. We've already used one. I drank one because I wanted some strawberry milk after she said that. And the other one's just fine. So.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. So.
And I found last year, they look like scientific beakers. If you know what a beaker looks like, big at the bottom, then it goes up to the little neck. It had a gasoline additive to it that you put in your gas tank. It's supposed to make you get better mileage, make your old engine run cleaner, stuff like that. They were usually 25 or 26 something a bottle. I got them for $1 a bottle. And they weren't outdated or anything. That's just because they decided to get rid of them. They had 3 of them, so I bought all 3 of them.
Sometimes it just pays to stop by once in a while and have a gander at what they have for sale.
Even if you don't want to buy anything, go get out and take a look.
Think ahead, think ahead for Christmas, because even though we still have a few months to go, this year has been going fast so far.
Yeah, very fast.
And I think in July, I told Chef, I think in July, besides what we're going to be doing with our summer things, that I'm going to go ahead and start doing some new Christmas recipes that I'm pulling out of our family's recipe boxes, things that we didn't make last year. A few things, that way we can get a jump start on it. And we can go ahead and prepare our recipes in a book so we know what we want to make for Christmas to put in our goodie baskets and stuff. So
we don't want to keep doing the same cooking videos for you guys over and over, the same recipes or variations on the same recipes, because you guys know how to do that just like we do. Like I said, this is my base recipe for making. This is our favorite one, the way to do it. But you can change it around to anything you want.
We want to make different things that we haven't touched on before.
Right.
So, not with you guys anyway. Things that we make, things that we know are family approved, friends approved, but things that we haven't brought to you guys. So, we have a lot of goodies coming up. But anyway, enough talking. We'll be back when Chef's ready for the next step. Okay, guys.
Still sizzling. See the steam coming off. You see they're about half, 3/4 of the way done. That's the way you want them. Get them just about like that. And we're going to take them and spread them out on top of our casserole.
Yum, yum, yum. Smells really good.
I get it in there.
Oh, we wish we would have had the camera today, too. Well, I'll talk about that in just a second.
What's that?
The birds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is no joke. Now, we had to go get my medicine because the doctor prescribed some other stuff for my gout and something for her. And we decided, okay, we're still going to do the Hardee's, or I'm going to do the White Castle and stuff. So, not going back on the diet quite yet, even though I know we need to. So, we decided that we wanted Burger King today. So, we pulled around the Burger King from our Walmart. And there was like, I don't know, 7 cars in line, three or 4 ahead of us, until we got to this order screen. And we sat there, what do you say, 10 minutes?
At least 10 minutes.
And the line never moved.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, guys. You see how I got that nice and lined on the top? I already have my oven heated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
If you guys can see that up close.
Yeah, it's all nice and smoothed out with the hash browns.
Mm-hmm.
350 degrees Fahrenheit, it's already preheated. I'm going to put that in. It needs to cook total for about 45 to 50 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer on about 35 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. And I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to take the rest of that cheese there behind you and spread it out on top of there. So it's got a cheesy brown top on it. So I get that much done, I'll show you again.
But you'll know it's completely done if you insert a knife or a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. Kind of same as if you were making some bread pudding or a cake.
Yeah, kind of similar.
That's how to be. Anyway, so what Chef was saying is we waited and waited and waited all this time and the line never moved. So we decided we'd go across the highway to go to Hardee's because I had a couple of coupons on my phone. We went across to Hardee's, ordered our food, got our food, ate half of our food.
No, I had all mine gone.
Okay, well, Chef had all of his gone. I had half of my food gone before the line over at the Burger King even moved enough where we would have been to the window yet.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how slow it was going. But anyway, what I was going to talk about is the birds over there at the Hardee's parking lot are so used to, because there's a big grassy area, they're so used to people pulling up there and eating and feeding them stuff. Well, I had the window like halfway down. And the next thing you know, it scared the shit out of me. This bird comes and flies and lands right on the side mirror. I mean,
luckily Pootie had his head down and didn't see it.
Yeah, Pootie didn't see it or he would have went berserk. But the bird just scared the crap out of me, and I was moving, and he didn't even flinch. That bird didn't.
And right on the side of the mirror, about 6 inches from her head.
So then we felt bad for him, so we started throwing out pieces of French fry and pieces of bread and stuff like that. And Chef was kind of laughing because it scared me so much. And then about 5 minutes later, a bird did the same thing to his mirror.
Sure did.
Scared the crap out of the chef.
I don't mind snakes and spiders and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to birds and being up close, I do not like birds, and I'll tell you why. When I was a little kid, I've told you before, I had white blonde hair. I got pictures to back it up. When we lived in town, I was standing outside. I was like 7 years old, 6 years old. And I'm playing, and here comes this big pigeon swooping in. Didn't think much about it, seen pigeons all the time. This pigeon tried to land on my head. And I started flailing and smacking the pigeon, and he kept trying to land on my head. I could feel him gripping my hair. I finally ran in the house to get away from him. I was deathly scared. The pigeon almost beat itself to death trying to get in the house. True story. My mom can back me up on this. So
one of these days we'll get his mom on camera too.
We didn't know what to do. The pigeon was out there. My dad went outside and got it and calmed it down and got it inside a box where it could, I tried to make it sure it was okay and stuff like that. And a guy came along later that afternoon. This guy had white blonde hair just like me, but he was in his late 20s probably. That was his pet pigeon and had got loose out of its cage.
Mm-hmm.
And evidently it thought I was its master because it kept trying to land on my head because this pigeon would sit on this guy's head. Scared me to death, and I've always had a fear of birds after that. Like I said, chickens and stuff like that don't bother me too much. But when it comes to the ones that fly around in the sky, yep.
And one of our subscribers, and we just absolutely love her, but she has a pet bird, and sometimes she'll send me an email or something, and we'll be talking, and the bird likes to either sit on her head while she's watching our videos, or he'll sit on her shoulder. But he's either on her head or on her shoulder the whole time that she's watching our videos, and it's just so cute. We just absolutely love it. Okay, so what are we going to do now, Chef?
Well, I got that in. I've got the timer set for 30 minutes. Check it. Like I said, it goes from 30 to 35 minutes before you add the cheese.
Oh, where's my raviolis?
Oh, they're sitting out there in the
Okay.
dryer room. If you guys give me a minute, I'll bring my plants in and I'll show you those tomatoes.
Yeah, hang on a second. We'll be back.
Okay, guys, I just thought I'd bring you back and show you what I've got. Now, remember, I made this little terrarium before. It's got 14 little containers I made out of empty bottles I cut and put soil in. And I got them all marked. I don't know if you can see them right there, but like the tall ones in the middle are cherry tomatoes, and there's some green peppers there. But I only planted these 4 days ago, and I set them out in the sun one time in front of our house. I keep them on our back porch kind of area where our washer and dryer and furnace and everything's at. Sun comes in that side early in the morning, but there's really no other good place in the house to put them where they get sunlight. But it got cold again outside, so they've only had actual 1 day of being outdoors in the sunlight for a few hours. But that being said, I've been keeping a little heater on them part of the time, just to try to keep them warm and moisture. Well, there you go. I don't know if you can see them that well or not, but I planted cherry tomato or beefsteak tomatoes in the center ones, and all 4 of them are popping up. I don't know how many plants I'm going to be able to salvage. I planted about 8 seeds. That's what I had in the packages in each one. So hopefully I can get at least 1 out of each one to grow.
You have some basil too or something?
Yeah, I do. I got some other stuff too, but the peppers haven't started coming up yet. And then this one I got with that kit I showed you. It's sweet basil. I marked all my containers. And this came with those soil cubes that you add water to, so I didn't have to actually add any soil to this one. But I put all the sweet basil down there. You see all the little green popping up? I'm just going to try to grow the basil in this container. Once it gets big enough, I'm going to set it outside and try to keep some mesh over it to keep the birds and stuff out of it. And then we had these back in our stuff we've bought. They're cute little things. They say flower and garden. And I planted our cherry tomatoes in here. If I can get this off of there.
Good old press and seal.
Yeah. We didn't have any plastic wrap, so I used press and seal. But you can see down in there, maybe. Come on, press and seal. I don't know if you guys can see down in there good, but there's 2 plants growing already in this one. I planted them all the way around, so there's should be 4 grows growing. That one's doing pretty good. And then this one's doing really good. All 4 spots where I planted, well, if you can see down in there, I got green in 4 different places down in there growing. So that's 8 cherry tomato plants. So we're going to be having tomatoes coming out of our ears if I can get them to grow and transfer them to our pots.
That's exciting, though.
The other stuff that hasn't started coming up yet is I got chives, and I got cilantro, and I got green bell peppers, I got red bell peppers, I got those multicolored ones because I wanted to try to get some purple ones. So not only are 4 of these containers in this container have the multicolored, I have 4 more in little cups I've got out there covered. I really wanted to find 1 purple tomato plant. I was hoping out of that many tries I would at least get 1 purple because there's no purple peppers around here. I've looked at all the stores. They don't sell purple peppers. And we got some jalapenos, and I found a great container to plant the jalapenos in. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but once I get the plant planted in there and it starts growing, where I'm for sure I'm going to get some hot peppers, I'll show you. It's going to be my own variety too. My own variety of hot peppers. We got about 12 minutes left on that to bake, to come out and put the cheese on it, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, there you go. It's been 30 minutes at 350 on bake, and that's what it looks like. Hash browns are getting a little bit crunchy, not too crunchy yet. And this is when I like to add the cheese. Not a lot, just a little bit of cheese, just to give it a little bit more cheesy on the top. A little more crunchy. Always like a little something crunchy when you make something.
You can add green onions on the top too if you'd like.
Like I said, usually we serve it. We usually put a little bit of sour cream and salsa on top of it. That's the way we like ours flavored up. But you can do it any way you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, about like that. Not too heavy. You want it to go ahead and cook. You don't want a whole layer of cheese on top. But that's what I usually put on. I'm going to put that back in the oven for 10 more minutes at 350 degrees, and then it'll be done, and we'll be back. There you go, guys. I just took it out of the oven. Nice and piping hot. You can see it's still bubbling around the edges. The potatoes got crunchy, and the cheese got nice and melty. So we're going to let it sit and cool off for a little bit, and we'll get it plated up and show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, there you go. Out of the oven, it's cooled down. We've topped it with some sour cream, salsa, and green onion, as you can see there.
Delicious. You can see the sausage in there, the hash browns, the layers of potato.
You're not going to be able to see it much longer because it's going in my mouth.
And Chef's got, oh, did you see that cheese?
Yeah, very cheesy. And it's good.
And see what it looks like on the inside as he cuts it.
You like a bite?
Looks good, guys. Of course I want a bite.
All those flavors blend together with that seasoning.
Oh, man.
It's like a Mexican fiesta in your mouth.
Your family would absolutely love this, guys. I promise.
Yeah. And like I said, this is just my basic. This is the chef's version of a Mexican omelet casserole. But you can make them for omelet casseroles. You can make... Just use your imagination. Take what your family likes and turn it into a casserole for them and see what they say.
The bread, the hash browns, the cheese, the sausage, the chorizo.
And like I said, for any of our keto friends out there that are eating keto, don't add the potatoes. Because all you have to leave out, use the keto bread like we did, and you still basically get the same thing. You just put more cheese on the top instead of hash browns.
Another bite. Penguin wants another bite.
There you go with some salsa and some sour cream. That's the best way to eat it.
I'm going to tell you what, guys. So good.
Yeah, and it's good warmed up too. That's what we were saying. You can make this the night before. Go ahead and bake it. Stick it in the refrigerator once it cools off, and then reheat it in the microwave or in the oven the next morning. You'll never know the difference.
Like I said, it seemed like it took a long time because we were doing the video. But if you're just working in your kitchen doing it, you can have this thrown together in no time.
Yeah.
Soak your hash browns, fry your sausage, crumple it all up in a bowl, stick it in the oven and bake it. You're good to go.
And like I said, you can do it in muffin cups too. I've did it that way before.
Yeah.
Cupcake cups if you'd like. That way you can eat them on the go. It makes easy hand food. Your kids like that stuff a lot usually.
Yeah.
Ours did, so.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, we hope you liked it.
Something that we've made quite a few times, and we thought, well, we're just going to bring it to you guys because, well, that's what we do.
So if you guys make this and like it or don't like it, let us know if you have any questions also. Like I said, I like listening to everything everybody says. Hey, that's mine.
Penguin stealing the... I want another bite. I had to eat that crap last night.
But please let us know if you like it or don't like it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, give us your feedback.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full.
I know.
I'm the only one that can do that because I got a big mouth.
Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with more videos.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Have a good night. Bye, guys.